Hello and welcome to Red Sports. I'm Gargi Raut. I'm here at Ahmedabad, and tonight, India takes on South Africa. For the first time in this World Cup campaign, India is taking on a formidable team. So far, unbeatable Team India, home World Cup. But what is the pressure like, and how is the management handling this pressure? Yesterday, match eve, Surya Kumar Yadav came out for the press conference and spoke about the entire philosophy that the management is taking on for the World Cup. Now, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the mindset that this Indian team has. Playing a World Cup at home is a privilege. It is a dream. Like Tilak Verma also spoke about in the Delhi press conference, that this is a dream a lot of us cricketers grow up, dreaming. And it is a privilege, but at the same time, it's a lot of pressure. And what's important here is when it comes to this particular management, now they may not be as transparent as you would like them to be, but at the same time, this is a management that does not shy away from taking accountability. We've seen that over and over again. You have two different captains in the setup right now, Surya Kumar Yadav and Shubman Gill. Both of them have handled their roles very, very well. Especially when we talk about accountability, they are not shying away from coming out and saying, we messed up, we did this, we did that, but we course corrected. We saw that happening against USA. We saw that happening in Wankhede when India did not assess the pitch well. But every single time India came out and said that these are the things that we need to work on, these are the things that we're doing well, but have never shied away from accountability. And yesterday in the press conference, Surya Kumar Yadav spoke about this pressure. Someone asked a really good question to Surya, which was, you know, everyone talks about playing in front of a home crowd, how much motivation that gives. But at the same time, there is also every single time you step out on that field, there will be thousands of people who have a lot of expectations from you, especially after what happened in on that day right here at the Narendra Modi Stadium against Australia in that final. No one wants that. No one wants another 19th November to happen. And that pressure somewhat will be in the back of the mind when we talk about this Indian team. Surya Kumar Yadav yesterday said that it's very difficult to say that there is no pressure or that it is easy to handle. He said when you are playing such a big event on your home soil, you definitely feel the pressure and you cannot run away from it. But at the same time, Surya Kumar Yadav brings this to light, this dichotomy, this balance between the fact that they have acknowledged that there is pressure, but at the same time, they need to put in the work to make sure that they're handling it well. That every single time they go out, they don't lose matches to nerves. They don't lose out on good performances or executing their plans perfectly because of the pressure. And he said, of course there is pressure, but without the pressure, things won't be this fun. At the same time, we have been talking about the batting for a long time. We have been trying to understand what the philosophy is when it comes to the batting department with this Indian team. And yesterday, the things that Surya Kumar Yadav said, we all may or may not agree with the approach that India is taking on. That is not for us to decide. We are not here to tell them how to play. But at the same time, it gave us an insight into what the management is thinking about. And he admitted in that pre-match press conference that they are trying to be present. Again, coming back to that pressure point, that they are trying to be present. And he called the game against USA a wake up call, which is not easy to admit. As a captain and as one of the teams that is favorites to win this World Cup, that an associate nation comes on and does something like that. But yes, the batting philosophy. He spelled it out very clearly that when it comes to the openers, the opening slot is the only slot in the team that will not change. Abhishek is being backed completely even after three ducks. Ishan Kishan is out there doing his best, is in red hot form, but their positions are not changing at all. When we talk about number 3 to number 8, these are the batters who can play anywhere. He talks about flexibility, he talks about adaptability, and he said something. He said, we don't want to be a team that just keeps hitting and hitting, because there are tricky surfaces here. And he said, there might be a situation if you're, let's say, 10 overs in and you've not lost too many wickets, you could even see a Hardik Pandya walk in at number three. You could see a Shivam Dubey walk in at number three. So this team is all about adapting to situations, and in their mind, this philosophy of staying flexible is not something that is easy to execute, right? Uh, Even Suryakumar said, even I am flexible. I can come in at any point in the game, but it is something that will be, that they will stay in the present and then execute. This is not something that is pre-planned, and it cannot be pre-planned. But yes, when we think about it now, is it caution? Is it or is it tournament intelligence? Is India playing scared or are they playing aware? A home World Cup has the ability to magnify both glory and failures. Let's see what's happening with Abhishek Sharma. See, almost every single headline is about Abhishek Sharma. But this adaptation that the Indian team has come forward with, this philosophy of staying flexible, staying versatile, and staying adaptable, has suggested that the team has recognized that when it comes to knockout cricket, and tonight is where the real contest starts, right? Super 8 begins tonight. Recklessness is something that this team does not want to indulge in. Ultra aggressive without any caution is not an approach that the Indian team wants to take. But that's it. That was my take on the philosophy of the Indian cricket team right now, what their mindset is like, how they are handling pressure, what is the philosophy behind their batting approach. This is my take. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I believe there is a comment here. And let's see what they're saying. Freaking awesome is saying batting first gives you a bit of an edge, as you said, Galti ma'am. Many are saying we need to chase, but 200 plus never been chased in Ahmedabad before the game between New Zealand and South Africa. 166 was the highest chase. That's precisely what we're talking about, right? Freaking awesome. That when it comes to these surfaces, they might not be as challenging as, say, something like what we saw back in Eden Gardens during the India South Africa Test match. They are not wickets like that. These are not ranked turners, but at the same time, these are tricky conditions, and there will always be World Cup pressure. This is not a bilateral match where you can lose and get away with it. You can't do that. And now, knockout situations, Super 8s, good teams, formidable opponents. So 200 plus, it will be a rarity going forward, even if it has happened before. Toss is crucial. What do you think? No. I don't think toss is crucial here. Um, yes, India is at its strongest when they bat first, but at the same time, if you're thinking of toss from a due perspective, then no, toss is pretty much outdated now because this is a team that can go out there. This is a bowling unit that can go out there and defend a 170 total as well, 170 to 180 total. And this is a team, because of the kind of adaptability they have, because of the depth they have, they can go out there and chase those targets as well. So, and Suryakumar Yadav also said yesterday that we don't focus on the toss at all, especially when it comes to due, because this is a T20 World Cup, T20 format, and the conditions remain more or less for both teams, no matter where, no matter what innings we're talking about. So conditions are the same for the two teams. So toss is pretty outdated. So that brings us to the end of this live. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'll be back with the rest of the team, Subayan and Rohit Juglan, at 12 p.m. So don't forget to join us then. Thank you and have a good day.